This body part is neglected a lot by a lot of people, but it's just like anything else. You got to work it, and you got to work it hard. So I'm talking about your calves. Obviously, the calves, you're on a lot of people on your calves 24/7, so they're used to a lot of stress, weight, being on top of your body weight on your calves all the time. So obviously, you need to work them just as hard as you would have to work your bis and tris. And again, they're getting neglected because most people don't really, unless you're into competitive bodybuilding or in fitness or type of that stuff, you're not really concerned about your calves, even though it makes your legs look a lot better in the long run. So we're going to go over some exercises here and show you some techniques and some tricks to help speed up the process. And as far as like I say, as far as stubborn goes, you just have to work them. I mean, I was 130 pounds when I started. My calves are a little skinny. I've got the high insert calves. That part is genetic. Some people have these huge football size calves. It just matters, like I say, as far as genetic wise, which type you'll have. As far as defining them and make them bigger, and as far as looking how you want them to look, that's basically what you'll have to do to train them. So here we're going to do this exercise here. You just get down on these machines here, set it up. This is almost like a leg press type thing, but it's not as extensive as that. You can use that too. You get it set up for your whatever length you are height wise, and you're just going to go up and down basically. The main thing on any of your calf exercises is getting the stretch. So you want to come all the way down, get that stretch, and then back up on your toes and squeeze them. It's not so much, obviously weight has a lot to do with a lot of things, but the main thing is you want to get the full contraction and then the stretch and squeeze the crap out of them. Now the rep range on these varies. I've done as many as 50 reps to 10-8 reps. It just matters, you just have to jump around and do it. Obviously, the heavier you get, the less reps you're going to be able to do. So, and you want to do heavy weight, but again, you want just like anything else, you want to make sure you warm them up. I usually do, first couple sets at least 20-25 reps. Again, basically what we're trying to do here is you're pumping as much blood into these puppies as you can. You'll feel them burning, and that's what we're doing. So after you get, like I say, one set. Now there's also most gyms don't have them, but if you're at a big metropolitan gym, that they might have, it's called a tibia machine, which works your tibias. This basically does the exact same thing as this here. It's up and down. This is another way you can work them. I've never really done much of this, but once in a while you'll throw that in. It actually gives you kind of a decent stretch. But there's actually a machine that they have that actually does this. You put your feet in there, and that's supposed to build the outer part up here, stretch it out, put a little thickness in there. So like I say, usually I'll do, like this exercise, I'll do four sets of this. Then I'll go over and do, they have the donkey calf machine here, which a lot of places don't have. This is a phenomenal exercise machine for calves. The only thing that they don't have here is the standing calf, which last couple gyms I've worked out in around here don't have a standing calf, which kind of is that to a disadvantage a little bit, because that's another real good exercise. Now basically add a little weight to it. Like I said, I only do 4 sets here, so, and again, you're just going to come up. Once I'm warmed up, I'll go into a heavier set and really concentrate on squeezing them. Now again, position, you can mess around with your toe position. Like I say, there's studies that say, some say you can change this by pushing your toes and it works in or outer. There's others that say that's BS, so it doesn't hurt to do it, let's put it that way. But again, get up, squeeze them. And then what I usually do, I'm a big believer in when you're in between your sets, for your calves, and realistically any of your exercises is flexing, squeezing the muscle and hardening it up. Basically what you want to do is just get yourself comfortable, and you're just going to go up, squeeze the crap out of them. Just do a bunch of reps, and all that's doing is continuously keeping that blood into them. Again, do them as many as you want. You can do one at a time if you want. My right calf is weaker than my left as far as size-wise, so a lot of times I'll do my left a little bit extra, try and equal out the size, and I'll pump those out. And then another thing that I like to do, which again, this is from if you've ever competed before and been on stage and you're flexing muscles, the second day, I mean, after your competition, you're so gosh darn sore from your posing routine, is because you're on stage squeezing that muscle so hard trying to make everything happen that, I mean, that's basically just fatiguing those muscles. So what I like to do is in between sets, flex them. In between my sets, I'll just go out as hard as I can and just squeeze on them. Sometimes if I'm a little dehydrated, they'll cramp up. At night, most of the time they won't. So like I said, I'll usually do four sets on this one here, and then we'll move on to another one. Okay, this is the second exercise we're going to do. This is a donkey calf raise. Back in the old days, they didn't have these machines. You'd have somebody get on your back and do these. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger did these crazy back in the day. He used to do these a lot. So again, this adjusts up and down. You put your posterior on this lower back area. Get your weight set up wherever you want to start. Basically just get yourself in there, push it up, get your feet angled however you feel comfortable. Again, you move these around however you want. Main thing is to get it comfortable. Get that stretch down. Like I say, stretch is very important in these, and then up. Now, just like anything else on these here, you don't want to get stupid and snapping, especially if you get too heavy, because you don't want to mess up your Achilles. You can mess up your Achilles on these pretty easy if you get stupid. Once I get done with that set there, I'm back again on just doing basic body weight and flexing them. I do this after every set. Again, the main thing, I can't stress this enough. I know you're going to hear this thousands of times. And the key to all this is blood. You need to get blood into your muscle. Not only does blood heal the muscle that you're damaging, but it fills it up, makes it swell, and it makes it grow. And that's what we're all about here. So again, I'm getting on these things as hard as I can. I'll move my toes in and out. Basically until I can't do it no more. And then what I'll normally do is come up on this machine here. And when I'm talking about a stretch, then I'm going to get a little stretch on my calves. And basically I just overhang this here, stretch these calves out. Now again, don't get stupid on it. Just stretch them out nice and easy, slowly, deep, a little bit at a time, deep, you know. You don't want to do it too crazy again, because you could pop something. So nice and easy, and relax it. Do the same thing with the other one. I think with calves especially, you want to really stretch that muscle out. The more you stretch it out, basically the more blood you'll get into that muscle once it's definitely stretched. Again, I'll do four sets of these, anywhere from, normally I'm not going to go under 10 reps on these, and I'll go up probably as many as 25 to 30 reps. Stack's 400. You can do the stack easily for 10 reps. And this machine here, they used to have a little thing on the back end that you can throw a weight on it. You can throw 2, 3, 45 pounds on there if you really want to put some strain on there, which, like I say, calves are just like anything else. You gotta do some weight if you want to really grow. Just doing this with 10 pounds ain't gonna cut it. And then again, back up, down. And I have my L10's herniated, and it don't really bother that. So, I mean, it's not like you're squatting with a tremendous amount of weight pressing on your discs. It's just like I say, you got it like off your tailbone back here, right off your thickness of your tailbone right here, where your glutes are. And I mean, that's what it's really hitting on. So like I say, I'll do as many there, and then again, just repping some out. Like I say, you can do one leg at a time if you want. Like I said, I usually do that with my right leg's weaker than my left, as far as it's not as developed my calf is. And then I'll flex, like I said, flex it. You just hold for a count of 3 or 4. And then I'll go back over here and stretch them out. And that'll be the second exercise. Now I would throw in, like I say, if you have a standing calf machine, I would definitely use that. Because that one there, you can get a little bit heavier weight on you, and it's on more on top of your structure, and you can press a little bit more weight. Now you can do calves on this here. I'm not going to load it up, but basically all you do is you get in here the same way, put your feet up, and you're just going to go up and down. Same way, up top, squeeze, down. Get the stretch, you can get the stretch. Squeeze them at the top. Now this is one of these, like this machine here, you can really do a lot of reps because it's controlled, and like I say, you can always set it, drop it, set it right down if you take it to where your calves are just not going to move anymore. You can just drop it straight down. So you just want to pump them out, squeeze, and then even when it gets to a point where you can't do too many, just little half reps. You'd be surprised what those will even do. Just little half reps. And when that calf's so pumped up, it just freaking kills it. And you drop it down. And again, I do this. Basically, I'll be stretching them out by pumping more blood into them. Like I say, calves are hard. Like I say, calves are hard to develop, but they're not any harder than anything else. You have to work them. Another thing I would suggest is, I don't really like doing them before workout, especially a leg workout, because it just seems like it fatigues my lower body. I mean, even my upper body. I've done calves before, and then went and tried to do like chest, and I'd be doing heavy inclines, and my calves would be so tired that my freaking legs would just be shaking. So I refrain from that, and usually do calves at the end of a workout. Most days, if I have time, I'll do 4 sets, at least 4 sets. If I don't have time, 9 times out of 10, I'll get at least my calves in 3 times a week, if not 4. But I'll try and at least do 1 exercise, 4 different sets of that 1 exercise, and then one or 2 days a week, I will do, like 3 or 4 different exercises and get 15, 20 sets in. It just matters what day, what exercise I'm doing, how I feel, and my time structure. But the main thing is, you have to do them. If they're real sore, then don't do them the next day. If they're so freaking sore that they're bothering you, if you work your calves hard you're going to feel them the next day. Seriously. I mean, you'll see. But again, it's a common sense. If something's real sore, I mean, you're going to have that soreness, muscle soreness, but you don't want to take it to a point where it gets so bad that you're going to damage something. So you have to use your head a little bit. Now this is a seated calf machine here. It matters how big, how thick your legs are, as far as whatever works for you, whatever you get comfortable. Always make sure that thing's latched in there. You're going to pick this thing up. This arm automatically drops, okay? So now you're free to go. Down and up, nice and easy. Get that stretch. Now this one here, you're going to get that. It's going to give you that stretch because the weight's centered over your lower quads, your teardrops here in your knees. So it's actually pushing your calves down. So now all you gotta do is let it go down nice and easy. Don't let the weight go down fast, because this will tear your Achilles quicker than anything. So nice, easy control. Down, up, down, up. Squeeze them babies. Get that stretch, full stretch, down, up. Now you can do a lot of weight with these too once you get there, but the main thing is, if you're going to do the weight, super weight, which is fine, heavier weight, but you still want to make sure you get the stretch. Squeeze them at the top. You can hold on to this if you have to. I like to eventually get here. When I get too fatigued, I'm already on that bar, so once I'm up and I know I'm not getting any more, I can bring that thing in and lock it. Now this is another one that you can really rep out. That's actually probably one of the best machines for overall calf development right there. And you're not going to see this too often. You know, a lot of gyms don't have this. But this here in the standing is probably your most popular because it's easier. This one here is right there too. Most gyms have some type of this calf exercise in the gym, and they'll have a standing. So, I mean, you can do the standings on the hack machine, but it just matters how tall you are. If you're real tall, it's not going to work. Now, for me, I'm short. I could get underneath there and do some calf raises with that if I really wanted to. But you can pretty much get just about anything out of these here that the standing would do. So, I mean, you just have to make work with what you have. So, like I say, I would do another 4 sets of these. Reps on these would probably be 10. I've gone up as many as 50 on this here. This is a real good exercise to really rep with. So, do 4 sets of these. So, again, 4 sets here, 4 sets there, 4 sets there. You're getting 12, 15 sets. And then you're doing the static stretching and body squeezing, squeezing the muscle in between. Believe me, you're getting plenty out of your workout if you're doing that. So again, finish off with these on your toes. Just squeeze the crap out of them. I'm trying to get as much. Again, you're using your body weight. So I'm around 180, so I'm getting 180 on my calves. That's why I say if you go one leg, they're getting the whole thing itself. If you weigh more, you're getting more on it. It's as simple as that. And this gym has a great assortment of leg equipment, big time. Like I said, if you only have 2 machines, then you're going to have to do, 4 sets, 4 or 5 sets here and 4 or 5 sets there, 10 sets just on those 2 machines, and then do this kind of stuff here and add the leg press, in for 4 sets. You still should be able to get it in. Like I say, you're not going to, if you see one of these machines, I mean, you definitely want to try these because these will blow your calves up. And it's just a different feel, but it's one of the best overall. You can actually, like I said, you can get yourself set like this. We used to do them and then put a block and somebody just sat on you up here. That's the original how you did a donkey calf. Somebody got on your back and you just went up and down. You find a pair of stairs or whatever, and then you get up and squeeze. And nowadays, like I say, they got all these machines. Everybody's got everything made. So I mean, this is like I say, a machine that you definitely want to use. Where most of the time you want to use free weights on a lot of stuff you do, but both ways on inside toe. And that's it. And then basically I would just stretch them out, and that'd be all I do for calves. I do calves every workout if you can, but 4 sets. I mean, like I say, if you have monstrous calves, a lot of these big bodybuilders, they don't have to do their calves. If you got monstrous calves, so yeah, you could do them once or twice, whatever you feel like doing. But if you got little legs that need work, then you need to specialize them and do them. So once a week ain't gonna cut it for calves, because you gotta remember, calves, you're on your body, like I said, you're on your legs 24/7, and calves can take a lot of stress. So like I say, I usually do at least 4 sets each workout. Again, like I said, if I have problems as far as time wise, then I may blow them off, but you still should be able to get 4 sets and just get them in, get a good pump, and get done. After that, like I said, I would never do them. I never do calves with legs, because by the time I get done with legs, same way with hamstrings, when you do hamstrings with legs, you cheat them, because it's just, if you do your quadriceps, your legs hard, like I say, you're cheating your second. So sometimes I'll do, like if I do hamstrings with my legs, I'll do hamstrings first. That way they get done, But as far as calves, I pretty much always do them at the end of the workout, because it's just, like I said before, if I've done them before and it just takes too much out of me, my legs will shake in between doing certain things. So, but yeah, I would definitely, if you're somebody that needs work on them, you should do at least 4 sets every day, every workout, and then twice a week get something where you're getting 12 sets for your calves. And again, rep ratio can go anywhere from 8 to 50. Believe me, you do 50 reps of calves on one of these machines, you'll have so much blood in there, you'll be screaming. So I mean, and that's what you want, get as much blood in there as you possibly can. So that's all for today as far as calves go. We'll catch up with you later.